What's going on? Born for Sports. Salute to New York Giants Nation. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and most importantly, hit that subscribe button to Born for Sports. Well, Giant fans, here we are again. We have gotten our pound of flesh. Breaking news, New York Giants coach Brian Daboll has finally been let go. The inevitable has happened. Dead man walking, bottom feeder coaching staff finally gets a shakeup. It's still not enough, in my opinion, because I still think that we need to let go of that wretched ass defensive coordinator, Shane Bowen. We'll see how that goes as the week keeps going. But right now, it's all about Brian Daboll. And listen, it was a move that had to be made. Clearly, Brian Daboll has not been the answer to turn around this New York Giant football team. He has gotten 4 years to do it, and he has failed in most of the years here. His first year was a magical one and a fun one. No lies told. I loved every minute of that ride. We got to the playoffs, and then we won a playoff game. But ever since then, it has been downhill. And it's not all Brian Daboll's fault, but he's played a big part in it. And it was a move that had to be made. Because it's always everyone else's fault. Whether it was the quarterback play. First it was Wink Martindale. That was number one. Well, guess what? Wink was right. He was the problem. Okay? Wink put it out there. He had butted heads instead of Brian Daboll working that relationship out. His ego took over, and here we are. Okay, that was the first mistake. Then came what happened? Then came the quarterback. Now, you know me. Anyone that watched this channel and know me, I am not a big Daniel Jones fan. Okay, he was a bad quarterback on the New York Giants, but it wasn't all his fault either. Okay, it wasn't all his fault either, but nevertheless, he used that as his last bit of hope to hold on to this job, and we drafted the quarterback that he wanted. And so far, the returns are good on that. We salute you, Brian Daboll, but you got to go. Thanks for Jackson Dart, but peace out. Happy trails. Because as a leader of men, he is not the guy. He's not. He is definitely not the right leader of men to be a head coach of a winning football team. The Giants blow leads like it is no tomorrow. They set history this year with 4 blown leads that should have never happened, whether it was the Cowboy game, whether it was the Denver debacle, going for it on 3rd and 5, when all you had to do was make the Denver Broncos waste that last timeout. And in my opinion, that is what sealed it. As you heard reports come out that he was fired off the plane, but Mara was talked out of it. That was a mistake. Yesterday's game with the Bears, another horrific loss down the stretch. Listen, it can't always be everyone's fault. And let's just go to it. First of all, we made history. First mid-season coaching change since Ben McAdoo 2017. And you know, if you're a Giant fan, you got to be a special kind of bad to get let go mid-season as a coach. And Ben McAdoo was that, and so is Brian Daboll. And why is he a special kind of bad? Well, look at the record, folks. Look at the record. 20-40-1 as a Giants coach. That is horrible. They should have let this regime go at the end of last year's, where they had the worst season in Giant history. And instead, John Mara, once again, $1 short and a day late, keeps the same guys for a year that they should have never been run back. But here we are again. He got plenty of chances and never got the job done. Thanks for Jackson Dart, but you got to go. Yes, sir. Now, I got to speak on this as well. GM Joe Schoen retained and will lead the coaching search. Even though he came in a package deal with Brian Daboll, he gets to keep his job at least another year or two. And you know what? That's the problem here in Giant Land. Okay? Tradition. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. I've seen this movie before. This is only first of all, this is the third time that John Mara is going to be hiring another coach without changing the GM. That's another problem. Traditionally, this is how John Mara works. He loves to keep his GMs longer than the coaches. And even in a situation where they came together from the same organization, here we are once again in the same cycle. Well, it's up to Joe Schoen to get it right, because now there's no more excuses. The shit is on his head too, because he's made mistakes with this roster. His drafts the first couple of years were horrible. Okay, he's got 2 first-round pick busts. He traded up for 2 players who can't even get on the field in Jalen Hyatt. Okay, Jalen Hyatt and Deonte Banks. Okay, so he's got as much to do with this debacle as with this leadership as Brian Daboll, but yet he's still here. So you know what? Here we are again. Now, it's going to really irritate me to watch, because I know they're going to let him choose the coach. But I will say this. It's a mistake for the Giants to keep Joe Schoen around. But this is a very attractive job going forward. You got Jackson Dart, who looks like an up-and-coming franchise quarterback. He's shown he can play this game. He's going to be an attractive piece. You got pieces on defense, okay? There is some talent on the team, but the depth is lacking, okay? The depth is lacking. That's on Joe Schoen, okay? But it's going to be an attractive job in all season. And I like the fact that we made this move to fire the coach now, because you get a head start on the major candidates, okay, in the coaching circle before Black Monday happens after the season's over. So there's no excuse why this organization cannot get this right as far as the leadership. You got a head start, and you probably have the most attractive job going into the offseason. Giant fans, salute. Let me know how you feel about this coaching change in the comments. And who do you want to become the new coach of the New York Football Giants in the future? And do you think Joe Schoen should have been retained? You know I don't like it. I want to know how you feel about it. And most importantly, don't forget to like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go Giants.